Okay, so today I'm going back to the office to work today. My company has been pretty good with us being able to work from home. And so today I decided to come back to the office to work. And I work close to the Vietnam Veterans Plaza here, right by Wall Street, close to Wall Street area, financial district. This is a beautiful park. This is where people would come out to have lunch during the work days and just take a 5-minute break and get rid of some stress or just relax. You can see that where it's close to the water, and I'll take you guys to that walkway right now. So here are some of the plaques and information that are in the park itself. You also have a wall where there are words written by the family members of some of the veterans that we have here. For example, here it says, "Dear Dad, I am writing this letter to you. I'm writing this letter to you at your office because I want you to tell Mom in your own words. There is no sense trying to fool ourselves. We are going for sure. The only thing is, how do they expect you to tell your parents? Tell Mom, I wish I could have told her myself, but I just didn't know how to. Your son, Bob." Very, very inspiring letters, and of course, sad at the same time. All right, so we're getting closer to water. All right, so here's the Pier 6. This is where you have the helicopter pads and a base here. If you got any big politician, such as the president or whoever that's flying into New York, this is where they would normally land. So from my office building to the left, not this one, but a few buildings down, we can see pretty much everything here. So it's pretty good. I'm hoping I can fish here someday. And this is where you have the Staten Island Ferry. And this goes onto the FDR Drive. I'll see you back in a bit. So as you walk up north a little bit, you'll get to the beginning of the walkway here, where people jog, bike, and so on. And right there you'll see it's the ferry terminal, a ferry stop where people go to the Rockaway Beach and so on. And if you really look closely, those are the two bridges here. That's the Brooklyn Bridge, and then in the back is the Manhattan Bridge. So you can see this is close to where I work, and a lot of people will take a break and come out for a walk. A quick map here of the financial district, and we have here the police precinct. This, I believe, is probably the first police precinct, right? It's no longer, I'm not sure if it's still active, but this is the New York City Police Museum. Now they converted, so it's a landmark, as you can see. I'll show you guys during lunchtime or when I have a time for a break, and I'll come out to walk a little bit of the South Street Seaport. See you guys in a bit. Okay, so it's about 12 p.m. right now. I'm here to get lunch. I'm out to get lunch, and you can see the terminal here, the ferry terminal that I was talking about before, that takes you to Rockaway Beach and so on, has been getting pretty busy. People are lining up now to get onto the ferry, to go to the beach, to the park, and right above here is the FDR, and below that you have a lot of public seating areas. One of the ferry just left, and people just sit around, have lunch. Now, what I really wanted to show you that's related to fishing is that you can actually fish right here if you wanted to. So there's a walkway that you can walk out, and you can see that this is the East River here. Across is actually Brooklyn, New York. And you maybe perhaps if you throw something in here, you cast right into these places, you can catch some fish. I'm not sure, never tried it myself. I'll definitely try it when I get a chance. As the office is close, so you can see that you got a lot of nice structure. You got some structures here and there that you can definitely cast. So look how cool that ferry is. So that's the ferry here. You also have a lot of that's a tourist boat here. That's called Great Point, but they usually have a horn blower and so on. So again, it's a beautiful walkway that, you know, it used to be very touristy. I mean, but if you come here when it was pre-pandemic, it is packed. People love it here. Again, another good spot that you might be able to just cast in, just drop shot in there, and you might be able to catch something. You can have a nice walk here. Look, another ferry coming in now. I'll show you a little bit more of another area coming. So as you continue walking north, they have these nice individual seating area. Imagine just taking a spot here for lunch and looking out at the water across, which this gentleman is doing, or this lady is just doing on the bench. And you know, if you walk and you just continue walking down, or walking up I should say, the walkway itself, you come up with Industry Kitchen here. This is a nice, very nice pizza restaurant where they have outdoor dining and they have indoors, but mostly it's very popular for outdoor dining during the pre-pandemic days. You know, it used to be packed and you have to make early reservations and so on. But it's clear, I mean, as we walk, and they built out this pier right here where you're able to go up, and I'll show you in a bit. So going back to a little bit of fishing, you can actually fish right here because this is still public property. But once you get to this pier, this line right around here, this line that you see here, that becomes private property. And when it's private property, you're not allowed to fish. And if you try fishing here, they do have private security guards that will let you know that you cannot fish around this area. And so you'll be kicked off, I mean, you'll be stopped for sure. But if you just moved a little bit past that line, you can definitely fish anywhere you want. So this lady is riding up the incline to the park that is actually designed up here. So as we walk up this stairs here, I'm walking it pretty quick. I don't want you, you know. Just looking around is actually pretty amazing. So you have this nice outdoor high seating area where people normally can come here to picnic or just chill around during the lunch hours or so on. And this is usually for tourists that gets on a boat and they take you around to see the whole New York City skyline on the river. And you can see all the buildings here, new buildings and so on. And then you come across, this is where actually South Street Seaport is. You got some of the museum boats and things like that right here. So again, you're not allowed to fish here. And this area is considered private property, which is open to the public, but you're not allowed to fish. So if you continue walking out, you get to see the waters and so on. There are dedicated fishing areas where you can fish if you wish, but I've not tried it here yet. I've spoken to the securities around here, the park ranger, and they say you cannot fish here. So again, more walking area out to the water, but not for fishing. I mean, I can imagine getting a lot of fish here, maybe. But I have seen people who fished here illegally and they have been kicked out, or, you know, if they're lucky, they just haven't been caught. And this was the incline that I was talking about. And again, beautiful skylines. You get to see these boats These are historical boats, ships. Oh, here we go. This is the hornblower that I was just talking about. So this is the main ship that they use to for tourists when they come and take you around the New York skyline. You know, the water, I should say. Beautiful shot. Let me take a picture of this. Right there. You got the Brooklyn Bridge right there. And the bridge behind that is the Manhattan Bridge. So basically connecting Brooklyn and Manhattan. Two bridges that you can use. Here's another boat that used to transport tourists. Again, they're being idled due to the pandemic. Okay, so I just stepped off, and this boat here is a museum boat, Waver Tree, very famous here by South Street Seaport. And you see, this is the new area. It used to be a mall, but now they torn it down a few years back and they rebuilt it. And I don't know if it's office now, but definitely got a lot of restaurants. They got some shops, but not many. But mainly a lot of restaurants. They actually can hold concerts up on the roof. So open roof concerts, very popular again before the pandemic. And you can actually get the New York City water taxi here over that side. That's the yellow ones. You can see this is Pier 16, and that's where you can get, as I said, the water taxi. Right. So this is the museum that goes up from there. Let me take you by the water. So as you walk towards the water, you will come across this boat here, the Ambrose. It's like 1908 boat. Again, it's not used now, it's not functioning. It's more or less for museum to keep it and so on. I'm not sure if you can go on it. And then you're going to hear helicopter sound because again, we're closer to the helicopter pad area, the port itself, and that's where you would normally wait for the New York City water taxi. This is that. It's not a mall itself, but more like I don't know, maybe like a food court kind of thing. You could do some shopping. They have some shops here. This is Pier 17. Now it's right next to the 16. Duh. So you got some restaurants, which is empty now. I mean, I don't go here. They got definitely something that you can go up to if you wanted to go to the concert when they have concerts back here. Nice, a lot of nice bars and restaurants here. Very fancy looking. So as you walk towards the end or the side of the mall place, you get to this deck area. Not a deck, but I guess the walk itself. And here is where you get to see the magnificent Brooklyn Bridge. It's a beautiful view. Exclude that for a moment. And you also get to see, so you got the Brooklyn Bridge here, and then you got the Manhattan Bridge. And then you got the 59th Street Bridge, which goes to Queens, New York. So you can actually walk the Brooklyn Bridge, which I might plan to do to show you guys. But again, you got Brooklyn on the other side, and lots of stuff. Now, these are all public areas, so you can definitely sometimes see people fishing here. You should get a lot of hits right by the bridge if you are able to cast it that far out. That's about it. I mean, you got a nice skyline view here. People just come here to eat. As you can see, a lot of seating. I mean, used to be packed, this area, these places, but due to the pandemic, nothing. No, I mean, you got some people right now sitting in a nice restaurant, outdoor seating, great area. So continuing the short tour, you walk a little bit to the right of the that restaurant mall. You've got the Fulton Fish Market that used to be here. Now it's converted to an iPix theater, which is the really high class kind of theater where you can sit down and there's a waiter waiting for you for food and whatever. So you got the iPix theater here. You got the Seaport area, some shops here and there. For example, you got the SJP shoe store where each pair of shoes goes for like hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Really high, I guess towards the high-end shopping. So this used to be the Fulton fish market, where the boats would have come in and they would have gotten the fish and so on. So, but again, been converted. Let's see what else they got. So you got some other small shops here and there. They still got the walkways here from the I can't get the term right now to what it was, but the stone walking. Whoa, and you got a big, beautiful dock here. Look at that. And then you got a nice lounge here for people just to order drinks, relax after. It's mainly for after hours. Right? A lot of people come here during after work, have a drink with the co-workers and so on. So really nice area here. Definitely very good for walking. And during the holidays, they have a big Christmas tree here. Not as big as the Rockefeller Center one, but it's a pretty good size. And sometimes they even build a ice skating rink here. So you continue walking, you come up to this light tower here, the old standing light tower. And this red building here is a building that I used to work at sometime back when I graduated from college. And then if you continue going up that way, you'll get to the Brooklyn Bridge, the entrance to Brooklyn Bridge, and so on. So you can definitely walk the Brooklyn Bridge, which I'm not planning to do. But that's about it. I mean, you can see that there are people, but let me tell you, this is about, I would say, maybe 20%, 30% of what we normally see pre-pandemic. So it has definitely affected the area big time. A lot of stores that are closed, a lot of for rent signs that you see. Definitely could be better. Hopefully we'll get better. We're coming up across a Starbucks here. This is one of the good building. Give me a second, I'll get a better shot. So now I'm directly across this thing here. Can you guys guess what these numbers are? So you can see it goes from 1 to 60, and you can see that the 12 is lit up in red and the 23 is in blue, and then you got the green moving numbers. Take a guess, comment below, but the answer is yes, you're right, it's a clock, right? So that's basically telling me is 12:24, and the seconds are just keep going. So it's 12:24 p.m. So that's it for today's quick tour of the area where I work. As you can see, it's a great place. I mean, when it gets busy. I don't plan to come back here often just to work. I'm able to work from home, which thankfully is a great thing, and it works out for the channel and things like that. I'm preparing to get lunch, and I'll probably enjoy it up in the office where the AC is on, and I'll also, catch up with some of the coworkers that I haven't seen in over a year, maybe a year and a half. That's it. Hopefully I'll get to do this more often to places that I go here in New York, give you guys a quick tour of it. If you're interested, let me know. Drop the comments below, and of course click the like and subscribe button. Thank you very much. See ya. Alright, so that's towards the end of the video. I'm about to get some lunch at this high-out food cart place. They have tons of these around the area. The food's good, very tasty, and it's considered really inexpensive as far as New York goes, right? You get about $6 or $7, you get a rice with chicken or so on. I'm not promoting anything like that, but give it a try if you ever in New York. It's always good to try some of the local street food vendors and help out. All right, enjoy. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like something like this more often, I can definitely do more. Don't forget to comment and subscribe. Thank you.